Am I acting? Am I not acting? What am I thinking? What am I thinking? I'm reading. Oh my God! I did a video in the park. Somebody asked me who Caroline was. Now, if I tell you and she watches, won't that change everything? Maybe I should just light up a joint, smoke a beer, and just tell you my whole life. That plan, that road we're on, wiggling like a fish going up the stream. Friends, 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 together or alone, you're never alone. Friends bring you the confidence that you can advance one step and there's someone you can trust behind you. Not a doctor who makes judgment and chooses whether you're fit or not to leave. Whether it's your choice, Ebola is on the market, and he's going to bola a big game. He's going to knock all them pins down. Now, I did a number count on Ebola, and right away it starts right away with Venus and Jupiter. Electronic communication is not working. That is Ebola. For me, it has something to do with the thyroid glands. But that's numerology. But not even numerology, it's anagrammatarian. I'm an anagrammatarian. Why? Because I take a gram, I smoke it, and I change everything. From something to rien. From something to nothing. But the nothing is the story of everything. It doesn't matter what I say. Oh, somebody said I was looking happy. This is what I think. I'm going to have to say this. Mary Jane, okay, I saw her today, okay. I wasn't going to touch her, but I saw Mary Jane, okay. I know I saw her. No, she's like a ghost, like Casper the ghost. I walked right by her, didn't see her face. Mary Jane was there. This thing in the front finds Mary Jane. I didn't say the snowman. I'm not Frosty the Snowman. I don't want to melt. Why am I so happy? Am I happy at all? I need to exalt myself. When I take Mary Jane, you know what it's like? When I take Mary Jane, you know, I'm going to show you something. When I take Mary Jane, you see this? It's like this comes out. I don't need that blue vein anymore. So I take that blue vein, okay, and we got Mary Jane goes in this one and out there from one world in 1 year and out the next. Maybe it was something I saw. The imagination rides on who and what you think. I go from this, who I am, in a regular place, just like anybody else. And I only believe, because it only can be a belief. I mean, how do I know if it's true? But I feel like it is true, and I need to exalt, to bring it from one world into the other world. So I need to express myself. I have to say, yes, I see it. If I really think I see it, and I do see it, I'm only saying I think I see it because when you look at me, they're saying to you, what do you see? And I tell you what I see, and they don't see it. So they say that there's nothing there, and you say I see it, but they don't see it, and I see it. Because, you know what? But that's what it is. I don't want to hear what anybody is going to tell me you don't see it. I'm not going to argue. I don't see it. Okay, I'm just going to listen to what you tell me. But I'm not going to get into a heavy discussion on what I believe and what I see. As long as I know the sanity for the reality is based on logic of. How are you today? I'm being nice to you because I'm not being mean to you. This is my house. I would like to be alone today. Can you please leave? Don't get mad because I'm asking you to leave. It's my house. When I get onto the street, I move over for the people coming. And if I see the same person 100 times, I'd love to stop and say, hey, man, we walked on the same sidewalk 1,000 times, and I moved over every single time. Do you know why? Because she was a little old lady or a little old man, and I'll move over for them for the rest of my life if it has to be 1 billion times. If I'm 35 and they're 95, I'm going to move over for the same ones all the time. But if he's 25 and I'm 25, do we, like animals, have to look for the conflict? But with animals, when they desire a conflict, they usually end the game by eating you up. Normally, an animal kills another animal and they eat them. I don't know how many went but wasted dinners, but this is what I'm on to right now. Now listen to this, okay? So am I allowed to be happy? Can I exalt myself that I'm coming from the spirit world energy? Possibly. One is right here, it goes up. This is one. Okay? Two is this. Comes down on each side. Two on that side to one in the center. One from one world, one from the other world. You're talking about 2 and 1. You're talking about 3, 3. You're talking about 3, 3, 3, 3. And you got 2 hands and 2 feet. You want to see 33 for Jesus? I'm going to show you 33 equals 6 for Jesus. And he didn't die at 33. He died at 36. 1967, Terre des Hommes in Montreal. 33 years later. We have the year 2000, the end of the world, but it was the beginning of the new world of Christ. You know why? Because if Jesus would have been born in 1967 and the year 2000 is 33, to 2014 is 47, what is the number of the cross? 74. What is the number of Jesus? 74. What is the name of man? 7 times 4 equals 28, man. 7 and 4 is 11, bringing on the Spirit. 11 and 28 is 39, which stands for R-U-S-T. R-U-S-T. The ST they give, if I knew what that was, I can tell you. But it brings on to saying, I'm going to drop from Ebola. Hopefully you remind me in the next video, but I'm just going to repeat things. Try and stay on the same subject, repeat things, and get you to ask me to remind me. I need to be reminded, because I write so many things down, I never get to catch up. I mean, I'm behind all this stuff right now. You know, I'm designing boobs and ass and noses and 2 eyes and 4 eyes and 3 things. I'm like, how can I get lost in this game? You know what I'm saying? Let me take a time out. The in-between of everything is 3. Is that not correct? But the in-between is 7 is 4. 3 and 4, Earth and Mars. In-between of everything. Ebola. Where was I? What was I talking about? I wish I could turn this back. 7 minutes and 12 seconds. Let me mark this down. So I said and I talked and I connected the piano and I was using the fingers. This is the 3 on this hand and this is the 3 on this hand, okay? This is 2. What do we do with 2? Well, 2, okay, is it like this? Or does this one from this side plug into this one? And this world of these 2 and that world of those 2, but I don't have another plastic here, okay, come together. Now you got 5 planets. Where did the other planets come from? Mercury may be father. Venus might be mother. Only existing in the blood and blue blood inside your body and the air and the water we breathe is the Holy Ghost passing through you, where spirit comes from the secondary world through you. And if it's connected to the bloodstream, and the only thing that God does is he knows, I mean, really, in reality, we go on the news, we can do 1 hour of news and tell you the reality of the entire world. The rest the computers can take care of. But the feelings and what's going on will always show up. They can never know it all, but when they do know it all, is because they're hooked up to the major computer. So whatever they want to know, when they meet whoever it is, they're going to know. Because every feeling, when you drink the 90 water that goes inside of you, the salt that's inside of your body, and if it's not Himalayan salt, I want to see a Himalayan goat or a Himalayan cow up on the Himalayan mountains where all the Mary Jane comes out. 3 and 3, 2 and 4, this is the universe. This, my friends, give me the cell, give me the call. You can call me not because I think I know whatever I tell you, because I know it all. That's all. You want to see how all works? There it is. There it is. It's on the wheel, and it's turning all. But while it's on the wheel, we've got these 2. Now, can you see these things here? Can you see this in here? Let me just do something here. You got to get into it. What you do if you're feeling it, if I'm pulling it away from somewhere else, I need that spirit to fly through that computer system. I needed fiber optics. I need the best communication to get to that other world. I don't have to leave my house. All I have to be is nice to everybody. So then I don't have to worry about, oh my God, what did I didn't have those worries, and I shouldn't have done this, and I shouldn't have done that. But I can't everybody make judgment on what I choose to do if you don't understand what I'm doing. Are you following me? I'm not trying to be mean. So we have this. See the dark? I don't even know if I can do it on that, so I can do it on this side. How can I show you this? How can I show you this? Can you see there's nothing there? Oh, I got another way. I got a better way. Hold on a second. Almost looks like a face, right? There. This one centers to these two, okay? When I put the pen in here just to show you what the finger will do, okay? This is the center, okay? You see the way my fingers rotate around the pen? They're readers. At the same time, okay? This is the shin and the sin. There's 3 here. Because this, when it turns, there's 2 sides. 2, 5, and 8. Inside Venus, which I don't presume it's straight. Inside Venus, then you have Jupiter, and then you have Neptune. This reads around. It turns this way and this way. But it only starts, okay, at 67.5 degrees, and it must end by 112.5 degrees. I don't know why. I don't know what it does. I know why I'm telling you this, because it's 45 degrees from every single corner. 45, 45, 45, 45 equals to 90 and 90. In between is 90 and 90 on each side, which is 180. 180 to 180. Because in order for this to turn, we have to have readers within it. So it can only turn so much, because don't forget there's you as man, who you are. Let me jump off to that and tell you. So this is 3 and 3 of Christ. This is what turns this disc over to this disc. This 3 and 3 of Christ in between 5 and 5, connecting with 9, H, and I. The reason why H is 5 in Chaldean is because in Chaldean it takes up the center position that reads the north and the south readers. Remember, it's not always northeast, west, and south. It's northeast, northwest, because you cut 4 angles up and down. The same thing with this. We run like this. This is the only way to run. That way you get all the angles. Remember, it's rectangular, okay? And in rectangular, 2, 3, 5, 6, 8, 9. In rectangular, 1, 2, 4, 5, 7, 8. In rectangular. In swastika, 1, 2, 5, 8, 9. In swastika, 365.47. Again, Jesus, 47 is the number of time. Me, the IT network. Me is the sun. It's electronic. It could be something to do with radiation. I don't know. But when you play blackjack and you go, hit me, I want to know what that expression means. When somebody knocks out your bell, what does that expression mean? Muhammad Ali, spin like a tiger and run like a bee, but I don't remember the words because it's just me. So we have this. We have the 33. Guess what? Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. 3 and 3 who turn these two. The reader on the left and the reader on the right of one card. The reader of the left and the reader of the right of the other card. 33 in the center. 42, 24, 2442. In which becomes 2662. Because you have to start with 1 and 1. 1 hand and 1 hand. And 5 fingers and 5 fingers. Oh my God, it's getting complicated. He's making it all up. Of course I'm making it up. It's a story. I'm telling you a story. Planet of the Apes. Hey, thank God they were here first. You know what I once saw? I saw a couple of monkeys hanging upside down, grinding the metal while they were building this planet. Smoking weed, of course. Smoking weed for sure. They never stop smoking weed. The monkeys are always smoking weed. Anyways, let me get on with that. I talked 3 and 3. Now, Mary, again, I always, you know what, sometimes I really don't understand what people say to me. I'm dumb. I'm so dumb. I have to, when I look at something, I'm like saying, okay, I read it. Now, what does it mean? What does it mean to them? What should it mean to me? How should I take it? So when I answer them and I respond to them, they say, that's weird. Why is he telling me this? It's because I saw something inside what you wrote that you might not have saw or not have thinking. So what I read and what you wrote are two different things. Now we got to come together and discuss it. And if we're not face to face and writing stories to better understand what the story is, I mean, my friend Steve always says, Ronnie, you always make up stories. Of course, I exalt myself from the other world if that's the way I feel. What do you feel like in beer? Didn't remember I told you if you want to stay on this planet and you don't want God to take you away, you have to think it's all through your mind? The water of 90% coming from the Himalayan mountains, Mary Jane, inside your water? Mary Jane, inside your water, the algae is covering you and covering, but you don't feel the pain anymore, right? And then they say you're losing some brain cells. Oh, wait a second. I got another theory on that. Losing brain cells? Hell no. Seaweed, my friends. What does seaweed do? Marijuana, smoke it, THC, whatever you want to do. I'm going to give you this in a global ejection of a thought. That when you smoke it, the algae builds in your brain. You get a little dumb sometimes. You slow down. But you're not really dumb. You're more inquisitive, and you're seeing things different. And some people are a little lower in their energy level. If you don't exalt yourself, you don't get above the bubble, and you seem a little out of it. You're not. So, once you smoke for a certain amount of time, the algae in your water passes through the algae, always filtering and giving you those proper, whatever you need, whatever it is. And it's repairing because the air of this freaking world and the reality of the water in this world is no damn good. And the only way to correct this is to smoke weed. Marijuana, cocaine, heroin, I'm not too sure about everything else. But there's a reason and a reality. There is a truth. There is the action and the reaction from the after ways of, and he who thinks you're a weed, you're a this, you're a that. Because sometimes in certain people's lives, like myself, like I just painted and write on everything because I don't care what anybody says about why I'm writing on something. I need to write the information down. It's important to me. Leave me alone. So I wrote on my arm. Big deal. My boss didn't say anything today. Look at this arm. You see this arm? Let me take the camera off and show you this arm. See all those little marks? That's right. I went to help somebody out. Got all those little marks, but writing on my hand. What are you writing on your hand for? I burnt myself all day welding. I said, what do you mean, what am I writing on my hand? I said, I should charge you. He says, charge me for what? He says, all those notes I took on my arm this morning? Oh, you're welding, you're dust. I lost all that information. But that's okay. Because September I get to be a little bit faster than I actually am right now. So we're working our way up to September. No, that all reality, it's a joke. But let me tell you about what Mary said, okay? Oh, Mary Dunn. What did she give away? Mary's on a runaway. There's a Mary runaway. And you know what's funny about Dunn is that the D can be exchanged with the R or paired with the R, and that would be rad. Radiation, marijuana radiation. Kill the algae inside the body that the water creates, because when you drink, it goes right to your head. But when you smoke, does the smoke penetrate the water? It goes into our system and it weeds its way around. This is what I believe that apparently on the islands, I'm not really sure which cult, and I don't want to say Jamaican because that would be choosing one cult. It could be in the Himalayan mountains. I mean, I didn't know goats smoke weed. But anyways, weed. We the people? You smoke weed? We the people. Anyways, this goes over your system inside in your water. And after you're smoking 2, 3, a certain amount and eating a certain way, so your body moves back into the other world, good Himalayan salt and the proper sugars, like right now, tell me I'm wrong, but it's honey, and it's got to be the good honey, and it's maple syrup, and I'm trying to scratch my head and saying, like, I hope I got the right maple syrup, like, from the tree. So it goes over your body, and then the algae breaks away. So now you change your drinking habit, okay? I'm thinking to more of the lemonade and things that will break down algae to clear your body from the old algae and rebuild new algae. Don't smoke your weed for a week, a month, smoke every second day. I'm not sure exactly the way it is. And then you start smoking it again, building up a new algae system. Don't forget there was more against us than there's actually it's with us. Once you make something against, in order to make it better is impossible. Once it has happened, but good is good. This is what I want to say. Today is today. If I go back 1 year, I will not go back 365 days. Or will I? If I take today and I go forward 364 days plus today, that is 365 days plus me, my birth. If I'm suited and counted for only one heart of the 4 suits, because man got the heart and he wears the other 3 suits. Don't forget, we have a stand. We're not looking where our ass is. We got to let it go sometimes. So something with that leaves you a stand and you're only looking forward. You're looking back? No, this is the back, this is the front. Sometimes it's a duplication. Push me, pull me. There is a push me, pull you, and you put it in here, fires up inside of you, keeps your heart going, and then when you're finished with the shit, you just let it on out. Hey, you lived all day, thanks to your ass. Hey, thank you, ass. 1 and 2. When you go to the bathroom, they say 1 and 2, although the 2 cheeks have only 1 hole, and then the 2 got only 1, and then there's 2 walls and a top and a bottom to the Gigi there. New word I learned. Remember about this? This is what they call the cat. Number 24 is the cat. Guide to the galaxy. 42. 42 and 14, which is the cross, the number on the cross. It is AD. 14, 1 and 4, okay, is the highest number you can get on one hand. Okay, 1 and 4, and in between that, okay, is 2 and 3. Do you remember the ass, the pin key? I'm not really sure where I'm going with what I said, but I know it has something to do with it because it's 1 and 4 because of the 5 fingers. Okay, the middle one and 1 and 4, there is no middle. This is the one. These 2 are the readers. So what does this do? Does it do this? The 2 sides? Fleur-de-lis? Right? You know those little things on the bottom of a fleur-de-lis? Maybe the bottoms of your fingers? Parts of your toes? Tails of a bird? Okay, this is what I want to say. So now we have 364 yesterday and 364 tomorrow, plus today is 365. But you cannot touch anything unless you link. You must link. You take something from here and you put a hook. Oh, you put a hook. How come not? And you put a hook, right, like that. And you take 2 and you hook. You see the way this one passed this one? Extra time. How much is that doggy in the window for extra time? Because we're taking up, we're the link. I got them both. I can do this. You ever see this? Look at this. See this hand? It ends right here. Look how long this hand is. I got a long hand and a short hand, like a lobster. And I can do the same thing on my other side. I go over right to this side. And I mean out there, and I can only reach my shoulder, my shoulders. So if I put a hand out here or out here, okay. So if we count 45 degrees or 22.5 degrees connecting one side with the other side, 45 and 45, 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 plus 6 plus 7 plus 8 plus 9 is 45. 22 and a half and 22 and a half, in which there are 4 separations between every 5 minutes, because every hour has its own line, as like its own separation. Its own separation. This is 1, this is 5. In between is 2, 3, and 4. 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 2, 3, and 4. The reader and the Christ. One slide to the other slide. One world from the other world. Who? WHO, 586, is that correct? 586 is the center where H is 5 also. Who? 5 and 8, H and H are right away inside the word who. 0, I can't remember what it is. I know it's 15. I know it equals 6. Elemental P in Chaldean, 0 is a what? Wow, I'm a little embarrassed here. But the O letter, LFG, H, I, J, K, L, M, N. And after N, I think N was 5. But anyways, let's leave it out. So if I take into consideration that I'm holding these two sides, if I stand here and count myself at 1, and go to 1 o'clock and count that as 2, and go to 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and back to 12, where it was 1 to begin with, it now becomes 13 because you count the space you land on as one area, and the place you take off is one area. They're the same areas. You connect them together. It's just like 1 and 2 go together, making 3. I'm the 3 holding on to the gateways. 7 and 7, the piano. D. 7 and 7, after C, it's 7 and 4. Again, the Christ. 47 years from 1967. So I become the 0.25 of the day, or the 6 hours, give or take a heartbeat, a planetary movement of 365.25 days. But the reason for the leap year is because I was born on one day. One day I was born. When I was born on that day, it was one day. It's always one day. It never can be tomorrow or yesterday unless it was in a conversation. And if it's tomorrow, it wasn't yesterday until tomorrow. Excuse me. If it's tomorrow, it wasn't yesterday until the day after. In 2 days, tomorrow will be yesterday. So it's all kinds of complicated. So now we got 52 weeks. 52 months, okay, gives me 4 times 12 is 48. Plus 1 quarter to equal the 52 months of who I am again, which now we need 52 months to make actually probably just 1 year of something, assuming if that's justified. We can also do this another way. Is there anything else I want to put in here? I'm going to go through some of my stuff. You understood the piano is 5353. It's electric company, and that connects to Ebola. The piano connects to Ebola, and it's definitely, I know it's in the air, but mostly I think it's in the water. If they want to know, for me, because I'm not a scientist, what I'm telling you right now is what I'm just saying this just because. I believe, and I'm putting myself on the line right now, and I'm exalting myself. I believe the cure, or the part cure to Ebola, lies somewhere behind our eyes. Do you know why? Because it's a big fish tank. I believe it's sitting in the area of where weeds grow. Weeds grow. Apparently there's THC. 3.8 or 3.5 if H was in Chaldean. That would be 353. Back to electric company from Jupiter and Venus. We're in Neptune. That's 100%. There's no doubt in my mind that infinity 89, 72, and 86 is infinity to the 42nd galaxy. Now we must look into the 42nd regime. And regime is also a diet. So that means elimination. Okay, and discretion. I believe that weed somehow, some way, will be a cure to Ebola disease. Do you know why? Because I just said so. Is it true? I said it's true. Do you believe what I say? Of course you believe what I say. Do you believe that it's real, that it's truth, that it's the reality, that the cure, the antidote is weed to Ebola? And guess what? It's just a guess. Probably wrong. But you know what? If you're going to take a good guess, you may as well use good stuff and talk about the right things. And for me, that is the right thing. If you tell me left, I'll say the other side. And then the question would come to the effect, why do I say the other side? Well, if you went right, I would be going left. That would be the other side, would it not? The other side, the word other, the word right. Anyways, let me look into this. What else I have? 169 or 109 as 10 and 9 inside Ebola, okay, is 13 times 13. 109, okay, I know 109 is 169. It becomes 13, 13. It becomes all the cubes on the Monopoly board. The pressure. You ever see this? Outside of a prison, the big water tank, because it's a prison, because it's 432. Ebola is because we're prisoners into the fish tank. And the fish tank is missing some seaweed. And that seaweed is smokable, drinkable, eatable. You can wear it as your clothes and walk down the street eating your shirt off your back. You'll never be hung dry if you got Mary Jane. I guarantee you, you'll make friends real quick in this world. Where else am I going to go? Again, this is the piano. Now, I'm not going to go onto the piano, but instead of going to 7, I would have to go to 9 in piano and not 7. I have to stop at 9. So A and B becomes 1 and 2. They link on top of it. Poof. Once you go on top of this, this becomes 0 and 0, right? 8 and 1, 9 and 2. 8 and 1, 7, 8, 7, 1, 7, 8, 7, 1, 7, 8, 9, 7, 1, 2. 9 is with 2, 11. 8 is with 1, 9. You have 9, 11 to begin the piano. Raphael, 7286 in the constellation of Pegasus. One more thing. This really bugs me a little bit. We got 3 circles, okay, and here we got 4 circles. Inside of 4 circles, you can make a square. Inside of 3 circles, you can make a triangle. The area space used for this is losing complete this. With 3, you only lose 1 angle. You see the difference? How much space is lost when carrying 3 is 4? This goes to here, link 1. This links 2. This links 3. Is that a circle, or is this closer to be a circle? If you say this, that means number 4 is the circle. If I put the star as a crossing star, right? Okay, this becomes a singular that connects the circle, right? Well, this one is now an X. Well, this circle would be an O, hexano. 24th letter in the alphabet. 15th letter is 39, 3 and 9. 3 and 9 is 12 equals 3, and it's in the 3 hole. 39. I can't even explain it to you. I'm a little bit tired. 33 is coming up. But 39 is like everything. In the 7th inning stretch of a baseball game, there's 39 outs, 18 outs on the home team, and 21 outs on the road team. And that's a lot. There's a lot. Don't forget. Oh, look what I just saw coming by. Look what I just caught. Look what I just caught there. Oh, look at them cutes. The mother and the kitten coming out of the room. And you want to see something funny? You see the kitten over there? See the door over there? See how high it is from the floor? Okay, that little kitten, okay, hold on a second. Oh yeah, there's something on my ceiling. You see my ceiling over here? I wrote down in Asian, I don't know which one, the Asian numbers from 1 to 10. You see it says Shi Chi, number 7. Then it says number 5 is Go, and there's the design. And then San, number 3, with the 3 markings. And 1 is Ishi. And 2 is, I think, He. And 6 is Roku. And I don't know why, but in Kyu, K-Y-U, for number 9, I wrote 49. I don't know why. And then She, for number 4, has got that square. Long video, eh? Yeah. So what else did I want to show you? Probably a whole lot. The Ebola thing is a nursery and a kindergarten. You know what I think? This is what I think, and I shouldn't even get into this. Okay, who wants to make money? Who really wants to make money? Think what the pharmaceutical companies can do just to make the vaccine. Eh? Arson? Eh? People cause arson just so they can collect money on their buildings. Don't you think it's the same in all industries? But let me tell you one thing. I think it's disgusting. It's totally, absolutely disgusting. People are so protected and policed and over and watching, and because nobody cares. It's so sad. Well, I care, and that's why I'm here. And I'm hoping to change the world by Sunday afternoon. Have a nice weekend. Have a nice night. Thank you. I hope this video uploads. Thank you. Our Shiite symbol. Here, I'll just show you. Here, look. There you go, Shelly Brown. Wow, what a different video. Is that your son and girlfriend with you? No, it is not. They are my friends. And the son is the son of the friend. Her name is Caroline. And then it says, out of the falls, we went to Wilson Falls. It's a place I used to go to when I was a little bit younger, like 18, maybe 20, or 20-something, about, I think. Anyways. Then there's awesome video, Raphael. You look so happy and healthy and full of life again. It's a pleasure to meet you. Thank you very much, Jen. Yes, I feel exalted. I need to exalt myself. I'm trying to learn what a bipolar is, why, where, what happened to our confidence, what's going on. There's got to be a justification in the reality of why we think the way we were and what happens to the body. I know when there's somebody standing next to you, an energy from off those people holding you down, you'll get over it, no matter how depressed depressed, I don't even want to talk about that. And then there's a Mary Runaway, a Dunaway. I'm sorry. I shouldn't even show that name. Can I do that? Can I do that? And it's my page, right? But I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Raphael, 7286 in the constellation of Pegasus. There's one more thing I want to say. 7 plus 0 equals 7. 9 plus 7 equals 16. 1 plus 6 equals 7. 10, 0 is this. You take this and put it through there, becomes 3. You put a 3 here and a 3 here is 6. You have the one gateway. You have the one gateway is 7 or 7 because it's 8. It's like this. Okay, there's one world like this, and then this one comes on top and it's like this, or like this and like this. Then the lines come in to connect all the worlds. Don't forget, when you're going like this, you cover 4 directions in one shot. 4 out of 8 directions. There was just one more thing, that 9 and 7 deal. It's numbers that can be flipped upside down. One of them is 16, flipped upside down could be 61 or 91 because the one can go the same. 1 and 9 is 10, 0 equals to 6 because 5, center hole of 5, and the 1 goes in, is 6. On a square, on your hand, it's 5. Okay? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Isn't that what the game was? Well, if they made it in a game, they must have come somewhere so they didn't forget it as they were walking down the lane, Mary Jane. Insane. Cool baby, yeah. Okay, so we did that. We got number 7. We have 1 plus 0 because this is 0 in this world and the other one, and it's not me. They built this whole thing, the cards and the dice and the numbers and the gambling games. Holy cow, went to buy some meat the other day. They weighed it by the pound, told me it was sold in kilos, and then I had to know how much does it weigh, to know how much the price is going to be, both in pounds and kilos. So they keep teaching us all the time because they're trying to hide it, but they can't. So they tell us it all. And you tell us, you know, I mean, they came up with the company TELUS. And if the company TELUS exists, it must be repeated. Tell us, tell us, tell us. Maybe they're already telling us. Huh? So now we had all these numbers. So number 3 plays in the house in the 5 spot. 3, 5, third planet Earth, played inside of Jupiter, and the house of Venus, connected to Mars, inside your mind, where the father and the mother of the Earth and the water, where Mercury and Venus join inside of you, and the 2 planets disappear. Where are they? Where is the Holy Ghost? Well, you're holding him up. Take care of him. He belongs to you. And even that mouth, 7 up, 7 is a trap. Isn't it? Shut your trap, 7 up, shut up. Oh my God, now I'm all mixed up. Must be in my head. I want to ask you a question. You take this out and you drink. Where's the water going? I just cooled something back here. I felt it go. I swear, I felt it go in. I can't. How come? Oh, because it's like my percolator. They keep that one warm. They don't want to give you brain freeze. So they keep that one warm. And the minute you fill in the back section of the water area, then they let that in. It's like an orchestra. A big orchestra. Ebola coming back out. Control of the water system. Himalayan salt. Himalayan mountains. Mary Jane. Keep it sane. 41 minutes? You know I'm still 3 weeks behind. I'm going to have to forget about yesterday and start today again. And maybe one day yesterday will show up tomorrow. Raphael 7286 in the constellation of Pegasus. Thank you for watching this video. Right. Raphael 7286 on a constellation of Pegasus in the year 5775 on October 4th. This is the new world. Everybody's going to see whatever it is. Everybody is going to wake up. It's time to wake up. We're going to be waking up. Things happen fast. Thank you.